hear you wild things, I need to hear you. So it can be roars or howls, but that's what I need. Louder! Right! If I say, let me hear you wild things, can you roar and howl? Can we try that? Let me hear you wild things! Perfect. We live in a world where being childish is frowned upon. And most people are at their wildest when the shower's on and no one's watching, yet still I power on. Sometimes I like to dance around the house with no trousers on and go mad. Sometimes I wish I was a nomad and I could travel unknown lands with no plans and hold hands with anyone who needs it. Maybe pretend I am a king to anyone who believe it. So let me hear you wild things. Wild things. Wild things. In a child sing, cause life, it's an emotional pick and mix. It's a balancing act trying to cope with all the different bits. The angst-ridden bits. The wish they could stay hidden bits. The self-doubt that hangs about no matter how you try to get rid of it. Cause sometimes people can be unkind. All it takes to break away the rain is the sunshine. And I've sat through hurricanes wishing that the sun will stay. That I could run away to a place where we have fun all day. A place where we can run all day. So let me hear you wild things. Wild things. Wild things. In a child sing, because sometimes the world can let us down. We get told to settle down and there's dreams that we forget about. Stuff that we get upset about. And all I really want to do is let it out. So let me hear you let it out. Gnash those terrible teeth and show those terrible claws and roll those terrible eyes and roar those terrible roars. I said gnash those terrible teeth and show those terrible claws and roll those terrible eyes and roar those terrible roars. Let me hear you wild things. This is for anyone who's ever gone a little bit far because that's where the wild things are. This is for anyone who's ever been kicked out of class because that's where the wild things are. This is for anyone who's ever had a pain in their heart because that's where the wild things are. This is for anyone who's had an idea but didn't know where to start, who's gone through something with something even though it was hard, who's been brave enough to get hurt and get scarred because that's where the wild things are. Now let the wild rumpus start. Let me hear the wild things.